I've done all the caulking between every board. Some are still wet, obviously don't touch. Next job will be running some of this foam. I hope it still works, I've had it forever. Don't even know if it's got a date of some sort, manufacturer's date. Looks like it. No. It says dampen the surfaces. I can't be bothered. It's been foggy all night and the door was open, so there's probably some damp. Anyway, I'm going to be sticking some of this in all the big gaps. That way, when the insulation goes in, that's already sealed as well. Might even run some right on the top there as well. This Sodal product, I've been using Sodal for a while. All their silicons and grip, kind of real high-end polymer gripping things are very good. Their decorator's cork, £1.38 a tube. I mean, that's stupidly cheap. No idea why it's so cheap, but I bought a few, probably got too many, but you always find a hole to stick some of that shit into. So I'm not sure if you're supposed to shake this up, but I do like shaking stuff. And comes with, one assumes, instructions in the cap. More instructions than what's already written in the tin, in the finest, smallest little print you can find. So let's see if this works. Right, try number one up here. Right, it's a bit rubbish to work with, but I guess nothing stops me putting a second lot in. Maybe that's the answer. I see this is still growing on this corner, so maybe it grows bigger than I thought. Let's see. That's good. That side's getting opened up, that wall's coming out. Might as well do this side while I'm at it. Right. That one's filled out nicely. That's good. And this one, at the moment, it's actually good, but I might add some more, saying that the tin might actually be empty. Just about. Looking for any excuse to put some more down. Then I don't have to put this away, because I think these things, once you've used them, they're kind of done. Let's try and get some more in up here. Okay, so maybe now we know this is not going to work anymore. the nozzle broke off in there. Too much force. As my dad said, with too much force you could break your finger off in your bum. So maybe that's what I've just done. But it seems to be growing out sufficiently. And those gaps on the other side, so I'm happy. It's good, done. Next job, who knows what? I know what I'm going to do. Dig a hole. Green. Decided to go for green when it comes to spraying this Urinal. I was going to go for the copper color, which is metallic, and I think the coverage on that would be 3 or 4 coats before I actually get what I want. Also, typically, I was going to be digging a hole today for the soakaway for this, but now it's raining. They didn't forecast rain as far as I know, but then I didn't watch the weather. Well, in fact I did, and it just suggested overcast, but I can live with that. So, green it is. Bit of shake, rattle and roll, and then we get on to this thing, which is waiting. Obviously, I've draped some old sheets over all of my welding table and also some of the furniture that I've got stashed underneath here. That sideboard, hopefully, it's a Welsh dresser actually. Hopefully that's going into the shed as well. We'll see. Anyway, I've masked a little bit of that thing and we'll see how it gets on. Let's see how green we get. Outside temperature 12 degrees Celsius.
Drop that.
Turn this on to fast motion. Got a wall out with some pipe work which will be on the outside, and right now I love this big fake word everyone throws around, off-grid. I have an off-grid soakaway to mount, so a bunch of holes drilled in the bottom. There's a slot through which a whole lot of rocks will go till it's full up. That way when hand wash water and urine come down, and once I've buried it roughly here, I'm going to dig a hole down there, plumb this in, that actually fits exactly right, but it'll be below ground level, so that drops in there with a little 90-degree bend again. So out the house, under the floor here, out of sight. Hopefully that'll be good enough. So next job, lift up paving slab, start digging down. I'll do that in fast/slow motion. Job for Superman? Nah. Job for a guy who's bored. Shed of spite. Obviously I've swung that shed through 90 degrees, emptied it of firewood. And then over here, just to put into perspective, that yellow line there, that's where the back wall will be. This pin up right here, you can't quite see the line, but there's a little line there. That'll be the outside of that wall, the back wall. And then from that pin, it'll go across and then back in, probably slightly diagonally. That'll be where the wall is. Hopefully I'll have a window in here, in this section. But for today, the report is actually about my so-called off-grid, everyone's been laughing about it, urinal. So I've done quite a bit. It's probably about, I don't know, 150, 200 mil below the ground. Drain runs in behind the shed. This is going to be interesting to try and show. But let's see. It comes out over there, out the wall, and then it has a nice drop all the way down here on the hedge, and it comes out underneath there. So that slab, once I've filled it with rocks and created a decent soakaway, I'll top it up with another, I don't know, 6 inches worth of probably just dirt. And then the paving slab goes back over the top of that, and then after that I start working. As far as the urinal's concerned, this is very basic mocking up. At this point it's just hanging from a chain. It'll be mounted and solid. Plumbing will run out of it down there, again sloped out, and join that and run down to there, so it all has a decent drop away. If you look at that little white spot inside the urinal, I'll be having a hand wash basin over here, which will be fed from a reservoir outside just through a hose pipe. Simple single garden tap, and that is literally just for washing your hands in, and then its drain will drain in there and flush the urinal as well. I have inside, as you can see, a proper trap. Hopefully that'll work. All of this should come together and work once everything has been panelled and insulated, etc. Over on this side, just looking at it from a different angle, again, this is getting extended quite a bit. All of this comes down so that you've got an open roof and ceiling, and then it goes down to that line over there, roughly. And that'll be the corner post this side, and that'll be the corner post that side, across here, and that'll be, this extension piece will be enough to put in what we used to call a 3/4 bed, and what people these days call a small double bed. So yeah, that's basically it. Some more glass. These don't open, and once I've framed everything, they will just be simple glass. I was also given an aluminium door frame with no glass or panels in. That I'll make work. I'll leave the shed door on the outside, but this door will be mounted on the inside. literally framed in here. Insulation on the floor, wood, which is all of that over there. There's a whole load of wood. There'll also be a barrier, vapor barrier, and then I'll carpet over the top of that. That should be more than sufficient once I'm done to have just a occasional summer house space. There you go. More later. A load of crap that I've picked up around the back. This is 3/4 full already. All these bits of old pot, broken off concrete, all going in here to create the soakaway. Got some junk, but I'm going to put that in as well. Sort of rough gravel and bits of scrapings from who knows where. That should be that. That should make a decent soakaway. Brick will keep it in place. Where's the broom? There you go. Soakaway. It's filled. Pipe work is in. Next job, I'll come back. I've got to go shopping quickly. Or go pick up something actually. Put canvas over the top of that, just because. Then top it up with soil, compact all of that, put the slab back on, and I'm done. Back in a bit.